Hi, I'm Pete. I'm a clinical psychologist at Flourish Psychology on the Sunshine Coast. So this is a great question. This is a question that I've spent a lot of time thinking about. I think you've got some great insights for a start. It's probably your experience of your friends losing babies that's really highlighted this as a potential risk for you. And this is a great protective strategy that we have. Anxiety and worry are there to make sure that we stay safe, but these are supposed to be only short-term coping strategies. And if they're sustained long-term, they cause problems for us. Now, we all have thoughts. Most of the time we don't notice them. We have hundreds and hundreds of thoughts every day. Sometimes they're positive, sometimes they're negative, sometimes they're helpful, sometimes they're less helpful. Your thoughts would be different from my thoughts. Generally, those thoughts that we notice are contextual according to what we're doing in everyday life, but they also relate to our goals and values and keeping us safe. So we tend to notice thoughts that are most relevant to those sorts of things. Now, when there's threat, we go straight to that. It's protective, like I said before. Now, in this circumstance, because that threat has become more evident for you, because you've seen it happen for some friends, that thought is grabbing your attention every time it comes into your mind. It comes into my mind, yet it doesn't grab my attention because I haven't had that experience. So how do you deal with this? I think you've taken a great first step. You're aware of it. And you've also challenged that thought by the sounds of it and recognized there's a difference between the thought and reality. So just because you're having that thought doesn't mean that something is actually going to happen to your kids. That would be terrible if that was the case, that anytime we had a thought, it came true. It's not true. It doesn't happen. The next thing is, your mind's doing what it's supposed to be. It's a thought creating machine. So thank it for creating all of those thoughts. It's doing its job. So thank you, mind, for that thought, but I'm going to focus on something else. And then shift your attention to other things in your environment, things that are relevant for you, things that fit with your goals and values and what you're trying to achieve in that moment. And that will help you over time. That threat thought will eventually become less, prominent for you. It'll grab your attention less frequently and it'll go back to the way it used to be. Good question.